What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be talking about cards that you should buy before it's too late. And of course, we're gonna start off with Retaliating C, a card that is an excellent side deck option for players at YCS Niagara Falls. Now, when we talk about this card more in depth, right, we break it down during either player's turn. When your opponent activates a spell card that includes an effect that special summons a monster, you can summon this card for free from your hand. Plus, when this card is summoned this way, while this card is face up on the field, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So it's a great like D-shifter effect on field, which is amazing. Plus, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add an Earth insect type monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. So the secondary effect is a little niche, but if Maxi ever comes back, you can literally just add Maxi from your deck straight to your hand. That's a whole other controversy because we have the more charming cards now. Why would they give us Maxi? But hey, who knows, right? Now, talking more about this card, you can trigger this effect because during either player's turn, as long as your strategy doesn't care about the graveyard in total, you can go ahead and just drop it. Why not, right? Plus, there are interactions. It's not your turn, it's our turn. So maybe your opponent is trying to dump something in grave as well, but they can't because you went ahead and just said nope, going straight to banish. So that's also another interaction to note. Personally, there are 5 copies here. There's only 2 holo copies, one being a super rare from the OTS4, and then of course we have the Ghost from the Past Second Haunting ultra rare, which is lower and in more listings. Now, if you want the more older foil, you want to get the super rare. But if you want a cheaper foil, and personally it's a great choice as well, you want to buy this one out. It's great, and I mean, it has a lot of listings, but it's very cheap, and I think for what it is, it's an excellent card, and I can see this card definitely going up further in our format. So this is a great entry point if you guys do want to buy 3 copies or buy as many as you want, but at least have access to this card. Go ahead and just grab 3 commons. I see that the structure deck, beware of trap tricks. A lot of people, of course, pick that deck up. You might already have 3 copies, and you don't even have to worry about this. But if you don't have any copies, definitely go ahead and just grab 3 commons, like the lowest amount you have to do, and you're good to go for the next, or I guess this format now, right? And now moving on, we do have deck lockdown. So unfortunately, this card cannot be searched, but we did talk about this previously, like a long time ago, for cards you should buy, of course. So you guys definitely subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with the videos I have out, so you guys know what cards we're talking about, the current week. So for deck lockdown though, it's insane. It's like it's literally just draw a Lockbird as a continuous spell. It's amazing as long as it's on field, and of course you go first, you can just play it. Mid game is probably not as good, right, because people are already set up, but it's just too good of a card not to play in your side deck. And then when you are going first, you're just like, can I get into it? And if you do get into it, you're set. So there's still rares. There's a common and the ultra rare from Dual Overlord, which we talked about before, but about $2.50, still not bad for this if you want to grab a playset, and you guys are good to go. Moving on, we do have Ancient Fairy Dragon, the Core Century Secret Rare, and this one has actually been going crazy in price. So about a day or two, it was about $28, $29, really close to $30. But now it has sort of settled again at $24, $25. If you guys remember, we talked about this a long time ago, and this came out from Rarity Collection 1. This card used to be $7, $8, like almost after out the gate when the prices cooled down. Then it, of course, skyrocketed to like 20. Then it settled back at like 14, 15 bucks. But now, as you guys can see, it's going back even further up. And I think that people, of course, want this modern high rarity card. They see a future for it, of course, in their decks. And you guys can, of course, grab any version of Ancient Fairy Dragon if you want access to it. But if you want the specific one for your modern high rarity, desires, I guess, definitely go ahead and grab this one, because this one can easily be a $30, $35, even $40 card in the future. But also, if you're looking to collect all of the signer dragons from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds in this nice Core Century Secret Rare, because all of them are pretty much available except Power Tool Dragon. You definitely want to grab this, of course, sooner rather than later, because I don't see this price cooling off. I think this is the new medium price. It might cool down to 20, but personally, I don't think it's going down under 20 at this point. And then we do have Red Dragon Archfiend. So pretty much this is the Ancient Fairy Dragon before it went like crazy in price. But you want to grab this. It's $1, not even 50 cents, $1.35. Why? It's cheap. If you are playing Red Dragon Archfiend, go ahead and grab it for that, right? Collection goals, go ahead and grab it. It's insanely, you can grab as many copies of this as you want and then just have it on the side. Because who knows, it might go up in price later on. It might take a while, of course. You know, I do want to let you know, but it's still worth it. This card is great for what it is. Nostalgia for the deck, the current meta. So a lot of pluses personally. You can go ahead and just grab a few copies, but at least have one copy for your collection or your deck purposes. And then we do have Black Winged Dragon. So personally, same thing. It's of course Secret Rare. I think it's gonna go up, you know, it's gonna take a while, but it will go up. And if you are trying to complete that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Signer Dragon Binder or, you know, collection again, go ahead and just grab this, just so you have access to it. Next up, we do have Dominus Impulse, and it is at a record-breaking $60. Now, we talked about this before previously when it was about like $42, $45, and I was telling you guys, wait until it cools off, like with the, of course, Purge, where now it's like, it was like 10, 12, now it's like 15 bucks, but eventually Impulse will go down, right? But seeing YCS Niagara Falls, how great this card impacted the meta after Rhoda, now the hype has gone back up, of course. So we're kind of trying to wait to see when this card cools off again. But personally for me, if this card hits like 30, 35 bucks, I would go ahead and pick it up. When it was like 40, 45, I was like, all right, I'm still gonna wait. But of course with the results, people are really hyping this card up, and for good reason. This card is great, you know, as long as you don't play light, earth, or wind. And then same thing for Purge, as long as you don't play dark, water, fire. So it really depends on what your deck is and can you play these cards. But I personally would not pick this up at 60. That's just me. Let me know, of course, down below what you guys would do. Would you guys pick this up at 60? 60 each, so 120, 180, you know, for a playset? I personally would not. I would try to get everything under 100, definitely. You just have to wait with time, and then you can definitely go ahead and pick up all 3 copies. And same thing with Purge. If your strategy plays, you know, has lack of dark, water, and fire, go ahead and just grab a playset now, because 15 is a great price for this card. 100%. Moving on, we do have the Atlantean Dragoons, and of course you are playing Mermail or some version of Mermail. Definitely go ahead and grab one of the copies, because this has been historically, like, this card has gone up like crazy, right? Especially with new support or just old hype. But Dragoons is the only like super rare, like the foil copy, because there is an ulti, but that's like $200 plus if you guys want to go, you know, you want to spend money like that. But personally, go ahead and just grab the super rare for about $1. It's actually probably about like $4 now. We'll go ahead and check that out. Yeah, so pretty much it's about a little above like $4.50. So it's still pretty good. Personally, if you are playing the deck, I think that this is the right time to do it. If, you know, the deck sees some success at regional level, it will blow up. It will 100% blow up. So that will be the window will be closed at that point to grab copies at a cheap price. Next up, we do have Heart of the Blue Eyes. This card is insane for Millennium, and congrats to Millennium. There was one player that made top 32 at YCS Niagara Falls. Now, why? Because, you know, this is another searcher that pretty much gets you into that Millennium Ankh. You don't have to go and set up your shields or, you know, in your extra, your spell trap card zone, summon it, you know, add it. So it just kind of like cuts that combo and just straight up just adds to the Millennium Ankh, which is great. Also, the effects are amazing for this. You know, if your opponent were to normal special summon a monster that is level 8 or higher, or has 3,000 or more attack, you can send that monster to the graveyard. Just send it straight up. It's crazy and summon this card on field. So what an effect for a card that's not Blue Eyes, but it's Blue Eyes, you know? 10 bucks is crazy, and I think that when we see that higher level of success at that regional or even YCS level, this card's easily gonna be 20, 25 bucks. So if you guys are playing Millennium, go ahead and just pick it up now. 30 bucks for a playset, you're good. You can't ask more for that, to be honest. And then we do have Mimighoul Charm. So you guys are playing Mimighoul. Remember when they announced Charm, people were like, wow, like this card's insane, and it is insane. And the fact that it caused a Mimighoul buyout when it did get announced, that's crazy to me. But the thing is, right, like this is the Core Secret Rare. It's pretty much like 10 bucks for how insane this card is. when this card, the Core Signature Rare, was about 20 bucks not too long ago. Go ahead and buy 3 of these. Come on, guys. Like, seriously. Buy 3 of these if you are playing the deck, or you think that, you know, if you want to try to flip it later, easy investment. This card, you know, again, when they see that high level success, easily be like, go to 30, 40, might even climb even more. And you got them for $10 each. A quarter Century Secret, or a modern quarter Century Secret Rare. You can ask for better, to be honest. And then we have Phantom Ubel. Now, of course, Phantom is, I didn't even notice that the OTS 26 pre-sale prices are already out. $120 for a Phantom Ubel, the ulti. That's why the secret's down right now. It's about 20 bucks. So I will say, if you don't care about rarity upgrades, you just want to play Ubel in this format, definitely just go ahead and grab the Phantom Ubel, like at least 2 copies to start off, and then see if you do want the 3rd copy. But 20 bucks for this is not bad when it was like 45, 50 bucks before, right? And then of course, there is the Core Century Secret Rare, which is about 80 bucks now. So everything has dipped, but this is a great place to get into, like to get into Ubel now, because of course prices are all over the place. Once they settle, this card will probably go back to like 35, maybe 40. But I would go ahead and pick up that secret rare now. And then we do have Infernoid Decatron. So I also talked about this a while ago, but this card used to be around $31 about. It was more around like 20, 25 bucks. And it's, of course, it's a necessary card, 3 of in Infernoids. This card has definitely gone up. It's 40 plus at the current moment. And I mean, again, it's a great card. Of course, it's a secret rare from Terminal Revenge, which was a while ago. Now this card can go further up in price, but I did want to just mention it out, you know, point it out to you guys. Of course, you could wait for it to cool off and then try to buy some if you guys are playing the deck or you see a future with this. But of course, I just kind of wanted to, you know, point it out because it was going crazy. And then another card that was going crazy, our last one here, is Dark Armed Dragon, the Core Century Secret Rare, and only 7 listens, which is crazy, 75 plus. But if you guys are looking for a really cool like foil version, go ahead and get the Ghost Rare, which has been a steady price personally for like how old it has, you know, it is from Ghost from the Past, the second Haunting. It's still pretty much only like almost at that $40 range. Great card to have if you guys are playing Edison, but of course I just wanted to point it out to you if you guys want to pick this card up in the near future. But guys, that's all we have for you for today's video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below. Do we miss anything this week, of course, or how do you like our picks for the cards that we picked for the video? And of course, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you're updated the next time I upload new videos. But guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.